Hey guys, welcome to another 1/6 Galaxies video. Today we are going to be taking a quick look review at TMS 029 Moff Gideon 1/6 scale collectible figure. Now this has not hit Australian retail yet. I'm not too sure when it may hit Australian retail. It could be as early as next month, could be as late as November. It just depends on how those shipping delays and stuff go on. We did see an extremely long shipping delay with the Armorer, where that lasted 2 years. And of course, Anakin and Darth Maul, the Clone Wars Anakin Skywalker took 2 years to come to Australia, just to get cancelled due to the batteries. Pop culture yet to respond to that, so we'll see how that goes. But yes, this is an advanced copy, and I would like to thank Mark McElwain, who I purchased this from. So he has been a member of the collector community for many years, and I've been buying stuff from him for many years. And when I saw him post this, I jumped at the opportunity to skip that wait because it was an extremely fair price at 370 Australian. Yes, it was a great purchase to make. And of course, you would have seen, if you watched the previous videos, you would have seen that I do have the Dark Troopers that I purchased from Stark Toys. So we are definitely going to be posing this guy in the collection with the Dark Troopers. Alrighty, so let's start off by taking a look at the box. It is the standard Star Wars shoebox style that we're used to seeing. So the top of it does say Star Wars, and then we do have a picture of the figure itself, as we normally do, and straight away we can see that this is going to be an amazing figure, as we can see the likeness straight off the bat. So we do have the lower image there telling us that it is TMS 29 with the image of him using his blaster pistol. When we spin it around to the side, we do get an image of him swinging a dark saber. Now when we spin it around, we just get our usual logos and whatnot, and spinning around to the other side, it's just the continuation of the banner that tells us that it's TMS 29 Moff Gideon. Now it is, as I said, it is that Star Wars shoebox, so when you open it up, you do get the image on the insert, and this image here is a recreation of him stepping out of the TIE Fighter in that finale, which is really quite cool. Dark saber and all, and yes, it is a wired cape, as you can see from the way that they've posed it in the picture. Alright, so let's get the box out of here and take a look at the accessories. Now generally, you can usually tell how many accessories somebody's going to have judging from their role. So with Gideon, obviously he's an officer Moff, so he's not really going to come with a lot, but he didn't really do too much, and there's not really many accessories that he really interacted with in the show. So the first thing we get is a fist hand. Now what's really interesting here is that we only get one. We don't get one for right and left, which is really weird. I think they've done it to save budget costs and whatnot, so that way they didn't have to put too much of a price on this guy. And I don't think we really saw him doing too much punching anyway. But yeah, it's just really weird because Hot Toys, 9 times out of 10, come with 2 fists. We do get the right and left relaxed hands. Really nice weathering on the armor bit, on the armor pieces, especially on the knuckles. It's really quite cool. We just have a standard glove on the inside there. And of course the painted fingers. We do get that textured pattern there where the glove would meet the armor, which is really again quite nice. Now we do get a right and left hand for holding the dark saber. I've swapped out the hands. Obviously the relaxed hands is what's normally on the figure when you open him, but I've swapped that. Now the other interesting thing is this is already on the figure as I've put it on there. We only get one trigger hand as well, which again is just really bizarre, and I'm thinking again they've done it to keep costs down, right? So we do have his blaster pistol. It is fantastically weathered and comes with all those paint apps that we've come to know, love, and expect from Hot Toys. The screw, the bits that would normally be metallic metal. Obviously this is all plastic, but the detailing and the weathering on this is just fantastic. The scope itself looks quite awesome as well. So it's a really, really nice piece. And of course, we get the dark saber. So there's the hilt, again, very nicely detailed. It's got the energy passing through it there. Now what's interesting is normally with most of these Hot Toys will give you multiple hilts. We only get the one hilt, and it actually separates here. So this whole piece pegs out. So from here onwards pegs out. It's quite a thin peg, so I don't want to do it too many times. So I'm not going to demonstrate it. But it's just something to keep note of. And then of course we have the actual blade itself, which has that really cool energy effect going up the blade, which is really quite nice. And it should be the same on both sides, which it is, just a mirror. So to show that this is the dark saber turned off, there's the peg I was talking about. So that's the dark saber turned off, and then as it's a lightsaber, we get the swoosh. Again, the peg, and then the energy swoosh. It is really thin as well. So yeah, I really don't feel too comfortable constantly swapping out the pieces. So it's something that I probably will very rarely do, if ever. And of course, he has the display stand. It is that standard Star Destroyer, Death Star floor that we know and have gotten quite a few times. Moff Gideon, as I said, it makes everything uniform. You either get the grill or you get this. It's just standard from Hot Toys. He also obviously comes with the instructions and an extra pair of wrist pegs in case you have any issues. Alrighty, let's get the Moff on this display stand and check him out. Alright. So we can straight away see that this is an amazing likeness to Gideon as he appeared in The Mandalorian. And what a likeness it is. It definitely is a really good likeness to SPCD. And if you've seen him in other shows like Breaking Bad, or even played Far Cry 6, where the motion capture was a ridiculously good likeness, this is just an insane likeness of him. Now, you'll see that the armor is a mixture of gloss and matte, which I think works really well, because it shows that while this guy is a Moff and has his armor, it's obviously a time when the Empire is quite unprepared, so they don't have the clean uniforms that they would normally have. They don't have a lot of the resources that they would normally have, and I think the mismatching on the outfit does that quite well. So we do have that flight suit style chest piece, which is quite nice. We do have the belt with that red lining, the gauntlets. There's your trigger hand, which I will move the cape out of the way slowly soon. There's the other hand for holding the dark saber. Now, just keep in mind, this is under lighting, so the red is brighter than it appears off camera. Off camera, it is actually quite a dull maroon white color, which is perfect. But I find with lighting and in photos and stuff, it always looks a lot brighter than it actually is. But do keep in mind that it is maroon. So then you have the dress skirt, dress pants, and then the boots. And you can see the plastic that I left on the display stand reflecting there. But yeah. But yes, that is an incredible likeness. Just taking a more detailed look at the flight suit now. So we'll rotate this around. Actually, we'll just bring the arm forward. So you can see that it is a trigger hand. The blast pistol does fit quite snug. You can see his holster. The extra hand. And then the boots. And of course, Moff Gideon display stand. Yeah, so as I was saying, the cape is wide, which is really quite nice. From the back, it is just a standard draping cape. The hair sculpt looks quite nice as well. You can see that's just a standard draping cape. It does have this kind of a pattern here at the top, and that's on the edges as well where the wire is. And I think that's it's probably like that in the show, but I believe they've done that here as well to allow the wire to flow nicely. As I said, it is obviously a wide cape. Articulation wise, so the boot is one piece, so your ankle articulation is going to be quite limited, but this guy is in just a standard fabric suit, so his articulation is going to be really quite good, and you want that, especially for the Darksaber. I'm probably going to pose him, and I know this is technically incorrect, as we saw the picture before, but I'm going to probably have him holding the blaster pistol and the Darksaber together, which I know he didn't really do, but yeah, and it's the wrong hand, but it is just so weird that we only got one trigger finger and two hands for holding the Darksaber. So that's pretty much how we're going to go with that. But yeah, this has been a quick look at Moff Gideon from The Mandalorian. This guy is definitely worth picking up if you have the other Mandalorian figures. And I mean, just look at that likeness. If you do order him from Pop Culture, I can't remember if they still have the pre-order price up. Obviously, it is going to be a bit of a wait, but if you have pennies, you can get him for as low as $2.99. But yeah, as I said, I just paid that tiny bit extra just to get him early. And that once that 10% disappears, he'll be that price anyway. So I just went without the pennies this time around, just so I could have him early. But yeah, I am really happy with this guy, and it's just another stellar release from Hot Toys. The sculpts lately have just been phenomenal. Alright guys, this has been a quick look at Moff Gideon. Keep an eye out for Django, who's in transit. Keep an eye out for the Clone Wars Anakin, who's in transit. Hopefully the Artillery Trooper makes it sometime next week as well. And we do have something else coming as well. But I'm not going to tell you what that is. Anyway guys, thanks for watching.